What up? What up? It's your boy Marco from Upside Down Studios. It is What the Fuck Wednesday. We're gonna do a little bit. Something different today. For all you Trump haters out there, you're gonna fucking love this one. A lot of people always, oh, you're a Trump supporter, you're this and that. No, I'm a truther. Just so happens that more of the truth comes out of the right than the left. But we got some shit that I've come across on the old Jeffrey Allen, Epstein, Trump thing that I don't hear anybody talking about. I'm not sure if it's because it's full of shit or if it's just being swept under the rug. So we're going to touch on a few of the quick news things, and then we're going to get on it. Tonight, from the deep, dark tundras of Canada, we got motherfucking Dino, the genetic marvel. Let's have him in the house. And we also got local comedian and a good buddy of mine, Dan D.D. Smith, joining us. So, yeah, let's just get into this. Let me use it.
AKA Anus Face. That's perfect. Yeah,
Man, fuck you, Anus Face. Everything I've seen says it's right along too, and I can't.
Just do me a favor, Dan. Dan, when you have a chance, just look in the camera and go like this. There you go. Anus Face. Called it.
You're such a...
And if anything, it's an unkept anus. That's all of us. There you go. Yeah.
So it's a furry asshole. Leave it alone.
Nice. So quit playing with each other's assholes. To start this mess off with, we got the only thing that I could call it is Elon Sommelier or Jussie Sommelier. Have y'all seen this bullshit that went on with Elon Omar?
Dude,
some
vinegar
guy
on me, please. It's a douche. What it is a douche. They threw vinegar and water on her.
What are you saying? Somebody shot douche at her?
Yes.
I can believe that.
They're trying to
someone
clean
splashed
it up.
holy water. It was holy water because they thought she's a vampire. And you're like, well, when it comes to taxes.
Right before I came into the studio, I come across Fox News. Forensic says it was apple cider vinegar. So Dan is the closest. Somebody was trying to douche her stinky ass.
That's it. Jesus.
That's hilarious.
You know what? That's the fucking joke. There you go, Marco, all day long.
This is the weird thing is, like, how is it that, people have allegedly shot at Trump. They killed Charlie Kirk. Whereas when it comes to going against Democrats, they get splashed with apple cider vinegar, and it's, if not worse, just as bad. And you're like, what is happening right now?
She's calling for civil war. She wants a Somali
never douched in her entire fucking life. So it's like fucking, it is like killing her.
Yeah, from what I've seen, she's douched with her fucking brother's children.
Listen, if you have to use apple cider vinegar to douche, your pH has big problems.
It is off.
It is white vinegar, but whatever.
I mean, hey, you can't handcuff a person like that because they'll just lean over it and it'll burn through the steel.
Yeah, just rub it on the cooter. Just
if they queef, you could go blind. That's true. Not even if your face is down there. I mean, from like 6 feet away.
Look, without the vinegar, she looks like if she queefed, she would bake you blind.
Within 5 or 6 feet.
Allegedly.
No. There's no alleged to that.
I don't understand why. Like, so a lot of the things now, let's be clear. No one should be attacked. No one should be shot and murdered. None of these things are good things. Okay. Let's just get that out of the thing.
Correct.
But you can't stand there and say, well, that guy shouldn't have a gun at a protest. And then in turn, when it's one of your guys, you're like, well, it's his American right to have a gun at a protest. You're going, hold on.
There are rules to that.
there are rules. And you know what? Either you follow the rules or you don't follow the rules, but you can't make up the rules as you go along because it's your friend. That doesn't
there's
make
no
any sense.
in between. Like Dan posted something the other day about people seeing gray. When it comes to the law, there is no gray area. You either follow it or you don't follow it, and then you come up with your consequences.
The gray area is not having any snitches in your fucking group that'll fucking tell on you. But if you're on camera, you're kind of fucked, right? Like, listen, it's the same thing with the media using Renee Good's picture from when she was young and had long blonde hair. No, she was a nut job who also looked like a catcher's mitt. Let's just
yeah. And now since you brought that up, wait a second, Dale. Since you brought that up, there is a lot of people going around showing that apparently they did the same thing to this pretty dude. He did
that
not
weird.
His face was. He actually looked very Star People-y. We'll say it like that. Very,
oh my God,
very Star People-y. And now there's been a couple guys who've dug into it a little bit and used facial recognition at that. And there is a Israeli soldier who died in Gaza who is identical to this pretty dude. Now I'm not saying that it's the same person. What I am saying is AI said it was the same person.
Hey, listen. So if you compare the pictures that they're showing in the media versus his actual work picture, you're looking going, hold on, what are we doing here? That is literally like 100%, no questions asked, propaganda now. Like that's not, you're not saying, hey, this shit shouldn't have happened. No, you're manufacturing
You're using him as a martyr now.
Well, not even that. You are making shit up, and then you're essentially just fueling the fire, right? Which, like, it's very funny because they call everyone Nazis and fascists, and you're like, I really feel like that shoe fits on a different foot because you guys are using propaganda a lot. Like a lot. Like,
well, see, this is the thing about the whole, because that's another thing that's been getting thrown around a lot. And that's what got me digging more into, like, I've done, shows on the Holocaust and the fudged numbers and all that. And I'm by far not saying that shit didn't happen, but I am saying that was more of a, the only way I could make an example of it is the way the Democrats showed January 6th and what really happened at January 6th. Because we got numbers like everywhere from 6 million plus supposed people that were burned in 3 different fucking little buildings. But when you add the numbers up, and even there was an Australian team that went to not Dachau, but the other one that starts with a T. There's supposedly they didn't burn the bodies; they dug them and buried them in mass graves. Well, when they went over this whole place, first of all, there's not enough land there to have that many bodies. Even if you stacked them 6 high, the bodies. If you stacked them 6 high, there still was not enough land on this place to bury all them people. Nor can you gas somebody to death with diesel fuel. Wow. So then, they changed the story from gassing them with diesel fuel to they took the bodies after they were killed, dug them back up, and then burned them. Wow. Which also, none of the number, we were lied to about the fucking Holocaust. Let's just put it that way. We were fucking lied to about it.
Things happened, they were horrible, and they should never happen again in history.
Right, and I think that the worst of it...
But it's happening in Minnesota right now.
That's the thing is,
according to Tim Waltz, allegedly.
Everyone wants to make this grand, oh my God, it was crazy. You're like, hey, it doesn't have to be that crazy for it to be, hey, this should never happen again.
Right.
This is a mark on all of humanity's history, right?
And the same people who are using the Holocaust to defend their views are the same people denying that the shit is happening, or they want to say, oh, poor Jews, they'll look at the Holocaust and then, oh, the Jews are bad and the Jews are this and Trump's a Jew lover and all this other. Like, first of all, the little crazy painter wasn't always crazy, and his ideas wasn't that bad. You know, if you look into fucking history, everything progressed to the point where it got really, really fucking shitty towards the end. But in the beginning, there was paid tickets to go home, which they're documented not only in Germany but in Israel also. Paid tickets. There was luxury fucking them concentration camps, the bad things that we keep seeing, all the bar. No, that's all fucking lies. Those were all fucking taped and videoed and pictured after the wars were over. After. You know, because there are videos, like old school, like homemade videos of Dachau and of these other concentration camps, which look like fucking luxury resorts. People are fucking Germans and Jews chilling in these, you know, it's just the same way as the whole Black Wall Street bullshit. It was all blacks. No, the fuck it wasn't. It was all blacks and whites, and everybody lived together in harmony. You know, some idiot fucking decided he wanted to shoot at the black folks, and then all hell broke loose, and they blamed it on the black folks. That's the way it was. It started with a black reporter. I mean,
listen, it's getting really weird, and you know what? To the point where it is scary. I will admit this is a very scary time because people who should not be retarded are like, oh no. I'm a full retard, and you're like, hold on, that it doesn't jive.
Just went full downs, like you just
yeah.
So what we're saying here is, if the right is Nazis, the left is obviously Russia, right? Spitting propaganda.
Ooh, I don't know if we can say that. That's a little bit of a stretch. That's
talking shit about Russians, and I know a few Russians, and the Russians are good. They're good people.
I'm talking about the government in general. I'm not saying Democrats are bad. I'm saying the people in charge are.
I would contest that there is no such thing as a good, like good government is an oxymoron, right? There is government, like it has to be neutral, right? Like neutral, like a government can't be good or bad. They have to be neutral, right? They can't be okay. Marco and I keep on talking about this. Is the whole idea where it's like, can you imagine 6,000 years of history and the good guys win every single time? Every time. That's amazing, right? Like the luck that society has, unparalleled, right? That doesn't make no sense. We all know, and especially right now, right? We all know that, and this isn't the U.S. government. This is governments around the world have done horrible things to their own people, have done fucking tests, like medical tests on their own people, fucking sending them to die. Just like, yeah, there's no good government out there. There is neutral at best and shitty. Like it just gets worse.
And then, you know, here's something that everybody loves to shy away from or act like it doesn't happen. Nothing good, no progress in whether it be humanity, in society, or in invention has ever happened from any good. You know, I mean, even who was it? Louis C.K. brought it up.
Yeah.
You know, slavery was bad. Slavery was fucking bad as fuck. But every good thing that we have now came from slavery. Every good thing we have now came from slavery. Every monument came from, all the way to our Nikes today. You think that laptop was fucking made in a happy environment? No, it was made by fucking 10-year-olds professionally.
Yeah.
You know, you're
because they had little fingers.
You know, you're them pretty fucking Nikes that you like wearing. You know, oh, I got me the new. Yeah, can you imagine if Americans made them? If a free, happy labor union made them Nikes, they might as well be Trump's golden ones. They'll be $1,000 a piece.
No, you know what the really funny thing is? That is if you paid people normal wages to make running shoes in North America, the price would be probably around the same as normal Nikes. It would just mean that Nike would make less profit. And you're like, see, that's the problem. That's the rib, right?
But the thing is you're not going to find. Well, first of all, you got these what is it? The child labor laws. So there goes your workforce. So now you either got
no. You just hire adults to do it, man. You don't need children to make shoes. That is
a child 10 cents a day. You got to pay a fucking grown ass man to do the same job that child is doing. Fucking $30 an hour.
Yes, that's the problem. You could, pay a living wage and not have the price change. It's just that the corporation doesn't make $1 trillion a year.
Yeah,
oh
but then
my God.
If the corporation isn't going to make what their profit margin is supposed to be, then why be the corporation?
They should close their doors. I agree. They should shut down and everyone should be barefoot.
Tell the hood that you're taking their Nikes away. Their Air Jordan, their And1. Tell the hood that.
The hood, they're hanging from the damn telephone wires. Yeah.
Have you guys seen there's a short guy who's maybe 5'4", maybe, and he's playing basketball and he's wearing like a pair of Jordans that are at least size 18. Like they're bigger than his entire leg, and he's just got him stuffed with stuff so he can wear his Jordans while playing basketball. Like, number one, Jordans are for playing basketball, bro. Let's just start there. Okay. Number one. Number two, get some shoes that fit. Like clearly those aren't the right shoes.
Are they stuffed with something, or does this dude have like a cock the size of his leg?
No. You can see towels and shit in there. He's like 8 pairs of socks. Is ridiculous.
I was gonna say, because he might need a third Jordan on that motherfucker.
I mean, hold on. I'm going to see if I can find it.
Thank you, Barry Holman. He says we some cool motherfuckers.
I mean, fair.
So yeah,
all except for Dino.
I just
That's true.
Who else? Somebody else. There was
He's
another
cold,
comedian
not
that
cool.
talked about like the iPads being made by kids professionally, and it's knocking 12.5 off the stickers. So good job, Click Clack. I mean.
Click clack. Click clack.
I'm just saying, man.
That does sound like a Japanese name.
Now, speaking of I guess the unhygienic brown people.
Why are we talking? Where did that turn from? Okay.
Well,
it came from the vinegar. Apparently,
the new virus, the new super virus, that is going to start spreading real soon. And it's starting to get out of hand, and it's coming from India.
Yay.
The Nipah virus. You hear about that shit?
Well, maybe.
Yeah. I'm excited. You know what? Listen, things have been a little bit busy lately, Marco, and I feel like a little time at home for everybody might be good. Now
we're going to end up with a fucking boom.
Well, what's going to happen is these same dumb fucks out here who are pissing and moaning about these people wearing masks. Now they're going to be back to saying you have to wear a mask.
I just sent you a message of the picture of the guy with the ridiculously large shoes. He's very short too.
Now, this is something that baffles me. They bitch about them wearing masks all the time, but have you ever really looked into the crowds at protest?
They're all wearing masks.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. They're not. Hey, this isn't. I feel like we've gotten off track. It's not even that. Listen, how long have you seen guys going into malls who have essentially they end up robbing the malls and they walk in wearing masks? They're like, oh well, I'm afraid I'm gonna get. Bro, I would smack the shit out of you. Okay, don't fucking go. Oh, I might be sick. Then go home. You shouldn't be in my store, fuckface. Oh, now I'm gonna rob you. But I have a mask. You can't see anything. I wish some people were as stupid as that one lady who cut the hole and she right in the middle and she's like, it's easier to breathe this way. You're like, that's because you're dumb as shit.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, that's the person who should have died from fucking COVID, right there.
Well, you're supposed to wear the mask over your nose, but nobody ever did.
I had a COVID mask that had a zipper in the front. Like it looked like a dog.
That was not a COVID mask. That was a bondage mask. Quit fucking around.
It still covered my face, and when I wanted to smoke, I unzipped it.
What'd you say,
bro? It is
I believe that.
aggressive. It is aggressive. The amount of people who complained and are just now using it for their own. Like, look, if I see people walking around with masks, I'm like, go home. What are you doing out? Oh, I'm worried about. Yeah, go home. You're retarded. To this day, every once in a while, I see somebody driving alone in their car wearing a mask, and I'm like,
See, the only time like I'll wear a mask, and I've been doing it a lot more lately. I'll wear a mask is because I go to a lot of flea markets and bin stores and shit like that, and I'm allergic to a lot of dust. And it seems like cleaning these days is optional. So I'll wear like a dust mask or whatever inside it. I fucking didn't have asthma attacks in bin stores, dude. That's fucking terrible.
I want to start wearing the hazmat, like the face shield, and just walking up to people and they're, what's that for? They're like,
Oh, dude.
just in case someone tries to sneeze in my mouth.
I'm still trying to figure out how to sport my
Can
Cobra
anybody really get
Commander
close
mask.
enough to you to sneeze in your mouth?
I mean, yeah. There you go. Listen, you're
The
very
Cobra Commander.
just tell people you're very light sensitive. You're very light sensitive, and that's just
I'm
I
hiding.
dare you
G.I.
to fucking
Joe.
wear that motherfucker out. And
Huh?
I will drive you everywhere to do it.
You know goddamn well I'll wear it. Is all the shit that Darren's like, I'll drive you around. Yeah, because you drove me around wearing a platypus outfit.
That's because it's funny. It's fun.
platypus
Yeah,
outfit
that
with the
happened.
hat or without the hat. I got it. Was
With.
it Perry the platypus?
Yeah, it
or
was
just-
Perry.
With,
I
yes,
didn't
it's
even know
Perry.
Perry existed. I just thought it was a platypus with a fucking top hat. And
I
somebody
No,
was the one
sir.
that told you that was
Hey.
Perry, didn't I?
a regular platypus is one thing. A hat changes everything. Okay, it's a secret.
Yes,
ending.
because he becomes
The greatest
Perry.
detective. He's almost Batman. Let's put it. He's that kind of detective.
I don't know about all that, but okay.
Sure, why not?
You watch too much Phineas and Ferb.
I never watched Phineas and Ferb. I had no idea who the fuck Perry was until they started calling me Perry. And then
I
I'm
watched
like-
that Marvel crossover with Levi about 10 billion times.
I find it okay. So I'm just googling through some of the stuff we just talked about, just to see everything, and a lot of the signs that are like justice for Alex Preddy. You're looking at the picture, you're like, that's not him. Like, does no one else realize that that's not the same
Yeah.
person? And
and-
like,
And
So-
already they're saying it was already from. I want to see the body
Crisis.
cam, but they're saying it was a justified shot. I don't think it was a justified shot. I think it was. It
What?
was. No, it wasn't, dude. That was
No, it absolutely was not.
that shot was
Dude was
that
on
was
his
a-
fucking
what did I
face
call
with
it?
no gun.
Negligent- That's a negligent homicide. That fucking cop in the gray fucking at least in my belief. That cop in the
Yeah.
gray discharged that gun without knowing what the fuck he was doing. He just swung his arm back willy-nilly. That thing you even see a hat pop up. Like when the fucking angle, like, and they always they keep clipping that fucking video. The very first video I seen was a long video, and it showed from start to finish, from the dude being in the street to the dude being up against the wall before them girls even came around, before he even got touched.
see,
So, I
I'm,
mean-
I'm everything I'm seeing is not like. Yeah, I haven't seen anything where it's like, oh yeah, that definitively shows me something. I'm like, not really. I don't.
No,
I'm
no.
not seeing
And
that.
for you idiots on the right, you fucking whack job Republicans, that was not, when he had his hands in the air, he was not reaching for nothing. They keep pointing at, oh, he was reaching this and that. Even if he was reaching, the gun was gone. The gun was gone. You know, that boy did a lot of shit that got him to the point where that shouldn't have happened. You know,
Sure.
I won't say that. I will not take that away for them fucking libtards. You know, he was in the wrong in every way he conducted himself. That
Yes.
did not mean he had to die, but he put
There you go.
himself in the position to get killed. But for these idiots on the right who is just totally, you know, nobody is giving the truth. Why is it so hard? Neither side is giving the truth, so nobody's gonna believe anybody.
No.
Yeah.
They're all bullshit.
Yeah, well,
You know, and there's
that- yeah.
body cam footage missing that we're not seeing. They're talking about it, at least that one. Nobody saw the lady in the
redacted.
video. Nobody's seeing the fucking good wife video. Nobody's seeing any body cam video from them cops in the good situation. I mean,
I don't think the ice
this mother-
people wear. What do
Hey,
you call it?
wait a second.
They have to.
Ryan Weiss, you fucking asshole. You know goddamn well I am doing a show right now, and you fucking call me. The fuck is wrong with you?
Maybe he shit his pants.
So fucking what? That ain't none of my. You're in Cleveland. Ain't your fucking dad? I ain't gotta wipe your ass. Jesus Christ.
Maybe.
I don't think Jesus Christ will wipe his ass either.
Duh.
Hey. So sorry. While we're talking, I'm watching a video, and it just showed Renee Good. She's on the beach with long blonde hair, holding her belly. She's like, like she's coming out of a fucking oyster shell. Like,
That's what
honestly,
you was still on solids.
bro, I agree with you. I'm trying to see if I can see this video where I'm like, listen, I don't know. He's got a gun multiple times. 5 seconds later, 2 federal immigration officers open fire. All right. Listen, was he in a precarious situation? Yes. Should he have been there? No. If he's a nurse, you know where he should be? In a fucking hospital. Or not in a hospital, maybe grocery shopping. I don't know what nurses do with their spare time, but I'm telling you, they shouldn't be doing it there. Okay. If he's a nurse, his job should be protecting people. He should have a respect for law enforcement, whoever it is. And listen, I am the first one to admit that a lot of law enforcement, they're basically the secretary. Like, they're dumb as shit. Okay. But that's the job. And it
Does
sucks when
Canada
they're not
have
getting enough
law enforcement.
Does Canada have law enforcement? Yes.
They have the
Just, you know, hey,
the Canadian Mounted Police. Hey, the Mounties ain't no joke. That's another piece of history nobody likes to talk about. The Mounties fucked us up for a quick minute.
Oh, hey, and the JTF2 is still the highest regarded special forces team in the world because they also have Arctic training, right? That's a real thing.
Yeah.
So hey, it's fucked up shit, but it's not. The point is this: if he's a nurse, why are you at this protest? Right? Well, and then if he was justifiably wronged, why are you changing how he looks in this posters? That's weird. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Doing a little digging into his background, which I like. The first digging they did, I believe, was just to smear him, and I don't believe in that shit. I mean, if you want to dig into his background to see his purpose for being there, if he had ulterior motives or whatever, but then they started showing him in drag and all that, and I'm not sure if it's real or not. Looked pretty real, but you know, he was them type of people. But they also, on the other side, they showed the propaganda of him doing a eulogy for a vet that passed away in an old folks home. But you know, again, you know, on the other side, this is how it goes back and forth. They pulled up how he refused to work, you know, do anything for any elderly people who voted for Trump or who was Trump supporter. So you know, there's the back and forth is terrible. So I hate looking at shit like that. But now, what was dug up? He was a part of that signal group that he was deployed there pretty much. You know, he said that he saw it was on the chat. Somebody said that there's ice down on whatever street it was. He said he's en route. And they were, you know, giving him fucking different tips or whatever. So he was sent there. He was one of them agitators. He knew what he was doing when he went there. Now, I'm letting anybody know. Again, I don't know who lied to you. Pick up a fucking Constitution. Look it up. You got a phone. It'll come across the screen. Protest, number one, is not in the Constitution. Get that out of your fucking head. There's the word protest is not in the Constitution. What is in the Constitution is peacefully assemble. Peacefully assemble. Now, you have every right to be out there with your cameras. We need you to be out there with the cameras because obviously, like I just said, the media nowadays, legacy media, is full of shit. So I don't care what side you're on. We need you to be out there with your cameras. But if you choose to be on whichever side, know what the fuck you're doing. I just had a good buddy of mine that I had to fucking snap on because he tried to compare the situation that I had with the police, a couple years ago over my property and the way I acted towards them, and try to compare that to the way he acted, and said that could have been me. I could have been shot. First of all, I was on my own property. Second of all,
Yeah, that's immediately a very different thing.
Right. Second, I will be the first to say, and it was brought up in court, I was obstructing an investigation because it was on my property, but that is no excuse. If that charge would have been put on me, that was real. And I admit that I was obstructing their fucking investigation because in my eyes, they had no reason to be investigating, but that went to court and it got settled. But I was the first to admit that. My hands were always in clear view. I always kept over 2 arms distance away from everything. And even in one of my encounters, I looked at one of the cops and said, "Can you please take your hands off your waist? Black folks aren't the only ones getting shot these days." Mm-hmm. And here's another big thing for anybody who wants to try to throw that back in my face. When I was done, neighbors were watching, little kids were watching. I made it a point after everything settled to go to my neighbor's house and speak to them kids and told each and every one of them to never, ever speak to a police officer like that, to never act like that towards a police officer, especially in the street.
Yeah.
Being a father, I am not going to put anybody's children, let alone my own, in some shit where they're not informed. Even with my kids, I have kids that are totally on the opposite political side of me. They're totally they're with the rainbow community and all that shit, which is fine. We don't have the same views, but I made sure every time they went out to do their little protesting or whatever, anybody touch my fucking kid, I'll fuck you up. I don't give a fuck if you're on my side, their side, whose side, what side. You touch my kid, I'll fuck you up. I mean, it's just that. But I mean, fucking no, Minnesota law. First of all, the more and more I've been digging into this, he had to. I mean, it is in every CCW class. They've already said it in Minnesota that you have to carry your fucking ID, that permit, that license, a physical piece of card, whatever.
And your permit and identification,
right?
Both,
and you are required.
Yes.
Required by state law, the laws that they want to say trump the federal law. You are required by Minnesota state law to present them without under any circumstance when a peace officer requests it. So your whole right, you can't identify, you can't, horseshit. You have to if you want to have that gun on you. You must declare that you have a weapon on you.
They tell you that in CCW,
right? And now the new one that I just learned, the law that they have in Minnesota is a right to retreat law. They're not like Ohio has a stand your ground law. If we feel threatened, we could shoot you. Over in Minnesota, even if you have a concealed carry license, even if open carry is legal. If you have a way to retreat and you don't, you might as well have just shot him. You might as well you committed murder.
Right.
So right there, them 3 things right there was ultimately what got this kid killed. I mean,
weird shit.
Yeah. What is it? Lemony Snickets and an unfortunate circumstances or events or whatever the fuck it is. Lemony Snickets and the bad shit that happens.
It was so close at every point, yet completely wrong. Like 0 points. You get 0. You're like, there was a lemon. Weird shit happened. It was accidental. You're like, that's yes, but no. That's a hard no. Yeah. I don't know. I listen, I wish people would take 5 seconds and just stop and say like, look, have you ever seen someone who made sense and then they were like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go and attack a police officer. You're like, no, you're not okay, bro. You are not okay. You should probably not do that. And yeah, like it's this weird situation where people are not like, and then they're like, oh, well, he has a, you're like, hold on, just stop for 30 seconds. Think about this, right? And then on top of that, whenever anyone has a chance, please feel free to Google Malkia Gross. You go fall down a little rabbit hole. It'll be very entertaining for you.
Malkia Gross.
Yes, Malkia Gross is a gentleman that was killed in Gaza in 2024, and he has a striking resemblance to somebody else.
Oh, yeah. That's the guy. Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, he is a guy.
Yeah. According to AI,
everybody's got a double.
We're not saying it's the same person, but AI is.
I mean, hey, I had somebody who was, you wouldn't be able to tell it wasn't me in high school. We went to the same school. It was two brothers that were twins, and they were the only guys that were like, they weren't as big as me, but from far away, you're like, oh, and then you get closer, you're like, oh no, that's not Dino, right? Like it was a weird thing. So I'm like, are there doppelgangers? Sure.
Perpetuating the stereotype that all giants look alike.
I mean, it's a thing.
Dino
but
and
like,
Andre ain't got no resemblance. I don't see it.
Dino would have looked up to Andre the Giant.
Oh,
well, you said giants
up.
either way.
Bro, I would have gotten hit by his wiener if he walked by. Like, oh,
hey,
fuck, man.
Hey, sure as fuck don't look like that tall Asian basketball player either.
Yao
Ming?
Yeah.
I know. You know what? No.
I believe if him and Vicky have a kid, they could have a Yao.
Yao.
I'm a giant human. I'm the biggest you can get and still be a normal person. Like I fit in cars. I can do normal things. Any bigger than me, and you're like,
I just want to know.
Fuck you in his face. How about that? No, but it's
why?
Hey, so this is the hilarious thing is, as soon as you crack 6'2", which is my height, like I'm 6'2", plus or minus. If I'm doing stretches and stuff, I go to like 6'3". But as soon as you crack my height, you're gonna have problems in certain cars and like it gets really weird. It's surprising.
I just measured myself. I was almost 6'3" when I was younger. I measured myself. I'm like 5'11" and 3/4.
Yeah,
I'm under 6 foot now.
The car took a foot off.
It had to done something.
I mean, yeah, that is a lot, bro. Like you should be getting that kind of change when you're like 87. Like that is.
See, you got to remember the way I walk. My discs in my lower back are so fucking compressed. It's sick by now.
Hey, you know what you should do is try hanging.
Yeah,
it's just because it stretches out your spine. It's really good for you.
That's what all the black people say.
No, none of them say that. Actually, none of them.
I'm aware.
They do not recommend that.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Hey, by black people, do you mean Samuel Jackson from Django? Was that black people that said that?
Yes.
Jesus, man.
The cowboy.
No, that's fine.
Uncle Ruckus.
Oh my god. That was the point. It's that ridiculous. It just, to me, it don't work.
So
I've stretched out. They've had me on those fucking machines that yank me apart. None of that helps.
Dude, the one that grabs
you could be like the $6 million man. You could be a 6 million rupee man. We'll take you to India and do that.
I couldn't be a 65-cent man right now, motherfucker.
He's gonna be the $70 man.
Yeah,
that's closer. That's closer. But I have to take a loan. Marco, can I borrow $70?
It's horrible.
Oh fuck. So
yeah.
I guess the Melania movie came out. People were pissing and moaning about that. Apparently, Melania, I didn't hear the speech. She came out with a speech talking about the shit that's going on in Minnesota. And
really,
here's just one headline that I got that I found very interesting. View host Whoopi Goldberg godsmacked by Melania Trump speaking out on Minnesota. And she says, who was that? So apparently, Melania totally surprised old fucking Chewookie over there, Chewookie. Or no, not it wasn't a Wookiee, it was the Jabba the Hutt. Yeah, she looks like Jabba. Um, but apparently she made her dumbfounded, and I mean, hey, I guess miracles do fucking happen.
Isn't it weird that Whoopi Goldberg be like, who is that person? It's the first lady, you fucking retard. Like what? I don't know who that like.
Well, I
Nobody
think it
sees
was
past
more of
the
who
little
was
orange
it?
man.
Like she probably thought because Melania is. I mean, she is her own woman, and she has expressed plenty of times where she wasn't with some of the decisions that Trump has made. So I'm assuming that she might have had different views than Trump on this whole situation, and Whoopi's like, oh, yeah, so she's eating her words for as much shit as she talks about Melania. And just another thing, because I thought The View was fucking gone.
Nobody watches it. That's why.
But apparently, one of the last episodes that they had, they were talking about the shooting in Minnesota, and they said, "Well, this isn't about immigration. It's about them trying to do something over the elections." And if this was real and this was about drugs or sexual traffickers or whatever the fuck, then they would show us on the media and on the news. First of all, if that wasn't a ploy to say, hey, sheep, start watching the fucking legacy news again, I don't know what was. But, I mean, every fucking day, like, what are you missing, you dumb bitches? Every fucking day they come out and they're showing on, lists of these fucking pieces of shit. Every day. And why is it only this city that no, Florida, the most deportations to date has happened in Texas. Second in Florida. I mean, the Republican states, motherfuckers. You know why you don't hear about it? You know why there's not rioting? You know why there ain't nobody shooting? Because people fucking comply. They get the fuck out of the way and they let these people do their job.
How dare you? How dare you let people do their jobs? You piece of shit. You absolute piece of shit.
I wish a whole bunch of people would stop me from building fucking cars. I'm telling you. I really wish they would have just said, no, you cannot fucking do that.
The irony that you used to build cars and one took you out is hilarious.
I mean, like, what was it, Carrie? No. Is that Carrie?
No, it wasn't
Carrie. The car.
It was actually a co-worker.
It was a co-worker ran you over?
Yes. Did you get him?
Did you get him back?
No.
No, he got Social Security.
Yeah, bitch. That's why we're gonna call you anus face and not wiener nose.
Because there ain't nothing that sticks out of my body farther than 2 inches.
All right, so
all right.
This is
you took it, I ran with it. Fuck you. Fuck you, Dino.
So everybody who knows me
or
who looks on my Facebook, they pretty much think I'm a Republican, and people who know me know I'm more of a truther.
Yeah,
like I said in the beginning of this, I call it the way I see it. It just so happens the Democrats have been fucking up a lot more. I'm a firm. I'm one of the big proponents of people or whatever that when you start talking about Trump and the Epstein files, people like calling him a pedo. People like bringing up this fucking 2-decade-old bullshit about that was debunked and all this other shit. And there was up to date, there was no proof. Now someone has come forward named Sasha Riley. I'm not sure why this hasn't hit the internet as hard as it should be, but this Sasha Riley is a male. His name originally is William Sasha Riley. His birth name was William Sasha William Barrows or something like that. He was adopted out of Germany by some Americans, and he is a war vet. He's did 2 tours and he's retired from American military service. All of this has been verified. So he says that at some point when he was a kid, his father sold him into the whole Epstein cult.
Right.
And while he was a part of this cult from ages 13 to 16, he says he experienced a lot of horrific things. He described a lot of horrific things that he was forced to take part in, and the people who were around him. The explicit names that he came up with were Trump, Jim Jordan.
I have the list of names and the issues with all of them.
All right, well, go ahead, run them off.
Well, this was the thing, is that clearly this guy has gone through some horrible shit, no question. The problem is that the timeline in relation to the names, like the more names he drops, the more unbelievable it becomes. So first is he talks about Ghislaine Maxwell, who, and remember, so everything that happened between 1978 and 1986. Ghislaine Maxwell graduated from Oxford in 1985, which means then that was between the ages of 17 and 25. So when she was 26, she's trying to get kids. Weird. Andy Biggs, he was in he started his Mormon missionary group in 1978, and he completed it in 1984. Still too close. Jim Jordan, like you said, he graduated from UW-Madison in 1986. So a university student was out there doing that? That's weird.
Actually, though, when he was talking about Jim Jordan, he said Jim Jordan was only 17.
That don't make no sense. Like, I'm not one to stand there and say that there aren't some really fucking shitty people that do shitty things. It's just really, I don't even know who Jim Jordan is, to be honest.
Jim Jordan, he's a congressperson for Ohio. He's one of a big Trump supporter. He's one of the head guys up in Congress now.
See, this is where it gets weird, because he brings up Vladimir Putin, and you're like, hold the fuck on, because he was in the KGB. He was not traveling, like in the 80s. The KGB was not traveling the state. Like that's a little bit out to fucking lunch. And then the last one on this list, I'm gonna send you the article because it's actually a really good read, is Jane Goodall, and how Jane Goodall did start the Roots and Shoots Youth Advocacy Program in 1991, which is, he said that during his time in foster care, his behavior was so extreme that Jane Goodall was called upon to work with him. Like he was a gorilla? The fuck are you on? Like, okay. But she didn't start that thing.
There's a couple names missing. The interview that I listened to the audio of him talking. He was being interviewed. The names he spoke most of, especially in the beginnings of it, were Jim Jordan. Andy Biggs was supposed to be an enforcer. He said that although Trump didn't touch anybody or do anything specifically, he was into watching and into telling people, like, and for that reason, I guess this dude tried to kill Trump in one of the parties or whatever. Clarence Thomas.
You think Jim Jordan was out there fucking come on, man.
They're saying Jim Jordan tackled the fuck out of him, beat the dog snot out of him.
I believe that more than him touching his wiener. I would be more prone to believe than Jim Jordan punched an adolescent in the face for acting the fool than he did for molesting anybody.
Well, that's the thing, though. In none of the I didn't listen. I fell asleep listening to it. It was like an hour something long audio. I got about halfway through it. Most of it wasn't anybody doing anything. Like, these adults didn't do anything to him. They made him do things with other minors. He does talk about this one girl. Her name was Samantha, that he had known because he had to perform with her in other places. But after or in the middle of what they were doing, somebody just walked in and shot her in the head, and that was the movie. They filmed it. Now the story goes, apparently the reason how a lot of this came out, he said that when he was in the military on his second tour, there was somebody who was stationed with him that got picked up for having child images and videos.
Okay.
So his CO calls him into an office, and he said there was another high up in there, and they said, we found these images and videos on this guy's phone or laptop, whatever the fuck it was. This one kid in here looks a lot like you. Were you in any video? And the CO said, well, before he even went that far, the CO said, have you ever made any videos with a black girl? And the dude said he knew instantly what he was talking about. And then he said, they found these images and one of them looked like him. And he said that there was, and he named the girl, and it was one that they killed. He said that his own parents killed that girl in somewhere in Alabama. So, I mean, there's what got me is what kind of throws me, because still from timelines and where these people were in their ages, if this is a so-called satanic panic cult, whatever the fuck,
sure, it's
very possibly these people could have been doing this from youngins. They were brought up by the elders or whatever. We all heard about GW Senior and all that shit like that. The Putin thing, I can't believe at all. Putin is a diehard Christian. I mean, he'll kill you for his fucking Christianity. I mean, they're Orthodox Christian, whatever, but he is diehard. That's why he don't like the gays and none of that shit. I mean, that's just the way he is. He don't like fucking sand people. For the UFO conspiracy things, he don't like the good fucking aliens or the bad aliens. They're all aliens to him. So that's my first red flag. My second red flag is, what are the odds? What are the odds that you're in your second tour and somebody, just a random dude, has videos of you from your childhood when you were being, molested, whatever you were doing? What is the odds? What is the odds you guys are stationed in the same, because when you're in the military, these are people from all over the world in the country, and you put in, this is random mix. What are the odds this guy has your video? And then I didn't even hear the Jane Goodall thing. That would have the Gorillas in the Mist lady, for real?
I'm not even joking.
That's what we're talking about. The Gorillas in the Mist lady, right?
That's exactly what we're talking about. It says Riley says that during his time in foster care, his behavior was so extreme that Jane Goodall was called upon to work with him. The idea that Goodall or anyone else would have thought that her experience observing chimpanzees would make her a good social worker with troubled youth is hard to believe. Goodall started the Roots and Shoots Youth Advocacy Program in 1991. So we're talking about 5 years afterward. The year Riley turned 18. Roots and Shoots was started in Tanzania, and it is not a program for troubled youth. So, this is the thing is. And this article, so I just sent a link to you, Margo, so you can check it out. It's a long article, but also it's got some good stuff in it. And it points towards the fact that a lot of this guy's recollections give or kind of are comparable to those of like the satanic cult type stuff in the 80s, right? We all remember that, where like, bro, the devil was right outside in the forest and he was going to get you, okay? There were skinheads everywhere, and they were going to murder everyone. They were raping children. There were blood sacrifices, and then everything stopped. Why? Because it turned out that there was no proof of anything, and shit was just getting really weird. Now, are there cults and weird shit going on? Of course there is. Is it everywhere? Let's calm the fuck down. It's now, right. It's not. Yeah.
So okay, I'm going to play devil's advocate though.
All right.
So and I'm glad you brought up that 80s stuff. So we had all that shit going on in the 80s, and then it died down. It just kind of went away because it wasn't real. So now we look at that and it died down a little bit, and then we look at a couple generations ahead where we had the whole Oprah and her child trafficking down in Africa, where could be near Tanzania, who knows?
No, Tanzania is significantly farther. That's fine. It's not. Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm just. We look at that, and that was a conspiracy theory because she was supposedly child trafficking down in Africa in one of her little places. We look at the whole back in the day with the Pizzagate, when we have audio of Hillary Clinton and some reporter torturing or murdering a girl. There was even grainy footage that would hit the net real quick and then disappeared. We also have talks about the soul eating. You know, remember when that was out for a minute, where they were supposedly making effigies of bodies with realistic cakes and shit, and it actually had guts and stuff in there, and the rituals with that. So we take all of them and we mix it together as and we go on top, even in Europe with all the satanic. You know, look at when they opened the thing for CERN, their little ritual outside of CERN and inside the fucking tunnels and shit. You know, if we mix it all together now, was this real? Was this just hints of that? And it just, you know, it didn't go away. It just got silenced. So now we know how these youngins were prepped and what these youngins were, you know, how maybe the Andy Biggs, the Jim Jordans, the Bill Gateses, the Clintons, you know, as they're all in their early ages, they were brought into this and they took the reins.
Yeah.
And, you know, and again, you know, Trump was the first name that was brought up. This dude fucking hates Trump. He said he tried to kill Trump at one of the things. He was the one, once again, you know, nobody ever said Trump wasn't a piece of shit. But as far as physically doing something to somebody, still no proof. But this guy says that he likes to watch. So he's a voyeur, and he likes to watch people get tortured and people psychologically and physically tortured. He said that was his kink. So, you know, again, if I find out, I do any more digging and research and find out that this shit is true or more than plausible, then, you know, I will be first to say, fuck Trump and fuck everything he's about. You know, you know, but again, I'm surprised this isn't being more talked about. That's another odd thing.
Yes.
It's very wild. It's very wild. But at this point, especially with the Wayfair shit and the tunnels and the Jew place in fucking New York, and you know, all the fucking, you know, the shit that went on. I mean, there's little bits and pieces that could all fall together and connect this shit to, wait a minute, this is some really weird shit going on, you know, and it's all connected.
Like,
I'm just waiting for the star people. There's a missing star people component. There's a missing star. If the star people get shoved in there, because I'm just adding everything together. But for this specific fucking instance, if we hear something star people-y in there, then I'm like,
Every time you say star people, I'm thinking of aliens.
Sure.
No. Well, they might be. Who knows?
Goat people, whatever. That's fine.
Sand Smurfs, but on the other side of the
look. The problem is that, like, we've all heard of, like, the way to convince people is you get them to say yes to mundane things, and then they start building up this yes momentum, and yes. Well, that's the truth, and you're like, there are ways to manipulate everybody, and this is the thing is, there's, instead of looking at what are the facts, people are going, well, if that seems plausible, then that means this is plausible, and you're like, no,
possibility is not proof. No, you know, a lot of what we say is plausible, but there is you see that down there, allegedly, could be true, could be shit.
And we're retarded. Like, we're not smart people, and we're realizing, hey, something just doesn't make sense here. It's like, look, we're not, look, bad shit happens. Is it all connected? I mean, some of it, I'm sure is. all of it though, that's a if all of it's connected, that means that where it's actually connected is what's actually being hit, right? Like we're not, if it's all connected, then we just got to keep on digging to find the final
Yeah.
source, right? But it
You aren't gonna
doesn't
find the
seem like
source,
that's
but
it.
It's got money.
It's
Well,
got,
that's where the star people would come in.
I
That's
mean,
that's the component.
I'm not gonna say that a lot of greed leads to a lot of wealth. That would be maybe a little bit inappropriate, but you know, there is a lot of accumulated wealth in certain parts of the country that also pride themselves on misleading and providing false narratives on many, many, many different subjects.
California.
Kind of weird, right? What?
California.
So,
Gavin Newsom's a lizard person. Let's just start there, okay? Let's just
Fuck that.
the last two things I want to touch
He's a
on.
Ken doll from the
we
70s.
this off. Couple more odd things that's happened.
Yeah.
We had a plane crash coming out of Maine within the past week.
Today?
Or two. No,
Yeah,
within
during the
the past
blizzard.
week or two. And it's odd that you didn't hear about it.
During the blizzard.
Yeah. So
Oh.
7 people died. 7 people.
I thought it was more than that.
Nope, 7 people died.
Didn't one make it?
Oddly enough, those 7 people were lawyers
oh
from-
god,
from a firm out of Houston.
really?
Those lawyers were going to prosecute a certain peoples that come out of Minnesota.
Get the fuck out for real? Wow.
Nope, allegedly. Y'all do your
Allegedly.
homework. Y'all do your
Allegedly.
homework. Look at who was on that plane. Look what cases they already won and what cases they were taking up. Those 7 people.
Oh, good lord.
And
You know, it's
and
actually
on
doing
top
better
of that,
than that.
apparently, you ready for the world to start saying China is God?
What?
Oh yeah.
Huh?
See, China declined the US's offer for the LOD because they say they want to keep up with the policies and the treaties of the UN and NATO. China. So now guess who's going to be on China's cock? France, Germany, that Trump figured out a way to make them fucking block China and Russia. China figured out a way to have them kissing his ass. So G Winnie the Pooh, whatever the fuck is whoever he is.
So what's going on is Trump's trying to pull out of NATO and China's trying to get in.
Well, China says that it's going to adhere to NATO and all their treaties and stuff, which they never did. Never.
Like
No.
I
This
said,
is
just
you know,
because
like
Trump
they always
isn't.
say, you know, Trump is supposedly playing 4D chess or whatever. Yeah, you know that the Asians play Othello. You know, just saying, Othello's more of a mind going. You know, you got to have a little bit more mind to play Othello. So
hate
I
that
mean,
game.
that's gonna, you know, that's the counter right there.
well,
It's like a fucked up.
by the way, hey, so the flight in Maine, it was 6 people. And it says that it happened when the business jet flipped and caught fire during a takeoff during the winter storm. Have you ever seen an airplane flip and burst into flames while taking off?
Magically,
I've never seen that. I mean, I've seen that in certain movies. I've definitely seen it. And it wasn't just, hey, we're taking off and suddenly the plane is upside down.
I could picture it. Like if it goes,
Yeah,
the wind catches it the right way, just goes flips back the other way.
It didn't
But
take
does it
off.
burst
It was
into-
during takeoff. It just magically just go.
yeah. But does it burst into flames when that happens? No.
Well, if the wings
kinda-
hit the tarmac and flip the engines up and You
Well,
combusted it.
And then, and speaking of people who might have a connection to it, Tim Walz did a little impromptu speaking to the people behind his gate at his house. Like he was over it, like the dude from fucking Home Improvement, like the Mr. Wilson dude over there. Like he was up over talking to the people. Like, bitch, you told these people you're supposed to be leading them. You're supposed to be. This is your army. You're scared to be out there with them.
Honestly, the one thing I love about this administration is the nicknames are always epic. Tampon Tim, bro. That's worse than fucking grade school.
That's gonna be with him forever. He can't even run for any kind of office.
By the way, they're saying that there was right before takeoff, someone was heard on the flight radio saying, "Let there be light."
Yeah,
let there be light, which is an issue.
Yeah, that's very other country-ish to say. You know, we over in America we say shit like "yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker" or "bang, bitch" or something like that. Not "let there be light." That sounds very, to me.
This is the weird thing is it isn't just the lawyers, but it was the wives of the lawyers that were killed. One of them was, so it's Tara Arnold, an attorney at the firm. So sources told local news station ABC 13, Tara Arnold, an attorney at the firm and wife of founding partner Kurt Arnold, was aboard the doomed flight. So the wife was also an attorney. He's won more than $20 billion in verdicts and settlements for his clients, and his business partner Jason Itkin was reportedly not on the flight. This is the first I'm hearing about this. Sorry, so I don't need to derail the conversation.
Wife was banging somebody.
No.
Now blow the fucking plane up. That bitch is done.
These people were fucking going after the click clacks.
Yeah.
What is a click clack? A choo-choo train?
The Somalians.
Okay.
Don't say it. We're all gonna get banned off the interweb.
It's not like a choo-choo train to me.
Have you ever hear them speak their own language?
No, I don't care to.
You should hear it. It's very enlightening.
I don't want to. I'd rather not have my mind.
Hey, the only thing I know about him is what South Park had. Starving Marvin.
Oh God! If things keep going the way they do, you might have to learn that language there, anus face. That's just you're gonna have to get out there and just start learning, or else they're gonna leave you in the dust.
I have to start bending some rules.
Levi's gonna come home with a click clack.
I'm gonna start bending some rules.
I don't know, man. Hey, all I know is shit is way too weird. It's way too weird for my comfort.
Yeah, that was definitely that's just like that the business dude and his sons and his best friend and his sons, they were going to New York and then plane just magically disappeared. They found it a week later, no bodies.
Isn't that weird? It's there's too much weird shit happening. That's for sure.
We're in an hour 8. I gotta go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Me too.
So tomorrow we're doing mental health.
As far as I know, yeah. I got 8:30. And then I have morning at nighttime, and then I have morning motivational rant at 10:30. So come check me out, everyone. It will be a lot less intense than this.
There ain't nothing going on tonight, but you are still featured on Friday, from what I've gathered.
Yeah.
Well, I was asked if it's canceled because of the weather.
No, I got a hold of Paris today. So anybody out in Cleveland area, I'm going to be featuring for the Hall of Doom, and I believe it's at the Funny Stop in Cleveland. Open mic. Paris Glover is hosting it or putting it on. Tank is hosting it. There's a minute open mic beforehand, and then George truly will be running his mouth. We'll see if I can't get booed off stage.
Nah. Not.
If you don't, you weren't trying hard enough.
Not in Cuyahoga Falls, you ain't.
I don't know. I thought that was.
No.
Right down to the wire. Man.
Look at
So
his face
close.
though. It's funny shit.
I know, hey. That's how it rolls. All right, come on.
All right. Well, I gotta get anyway.
No worries. I'll hang out here until he comes back, and then he'll shut it down.
All right.
I
Brother,
don't know
take
what
care.
happened, but you too, buddy. We'll see you
I'll get
tomorrow
a hold
night
of
if
him
you're
tomorrow.
free.
Yeah. I'll come on for tomorrow night.
Yeah, no problem. I'll send you a link.
All right. Later,
All
brother.
good. See
All
ya.
right.
Well, everybody, it's just me here and my good friend Marco, who has now officially been frozen in time. Why, you might say? Because we dare to speak.
Holy
That is-
shit! Am I back?
Yeah, you're back. Bro, that's hilarious. That is some wild shit.
Yeah. So again, sorry
Yeah.
about that. Little late on the button, just saying. But come and check me out in Cleveland. I'm gonna be featuring at an open mic out there, and make sure you check us out tomorrow night for Mental Health. Thank you, Dan, for coming. Wherever the fuck you went. I know he had
Good to
some.
bounce.
Yeah, he had some kitties sitting next to him waiting. I'm sure I might have kind of cock blocked some of that for him. So.
But hey, yeah. Have a great night, everybody.
Yep, y'all be good to each other, and if you're gonna act a fool, at least learn the laws. You can't bend them if you don't know them.
That's the only reason. Like, bro, you should know the rules. Hey, you heard that the Black Panther withdrew, said you can't be using our name?
Fucking hilarious. Now they're the Black Lions.
Bunch of fat people. That's what they are. Oh, we're gonna defend. You couldn't defend against the belt, you fat piece of shit.